for the life of me, I could not understand what the Pacers were doing that was so effective against the Oklahoma City Thunder. How did this Pacers team force a game 7? How? I'm not hating, but if you look, it's not just talk. If you look at how good the Oklahoma City Thunder was going into this finals, you would be as shocked as I was that this team, and don't get me wrong, I know how good the Pacers were. I know that, and I even said they earned a lot of people, including myself, they earned our respect during this playoff run. And the fact that they were in the Eastern Conference Finals a year ago. But I just didn't. It confused me that they were putting up this much of a fight. I came in and clearly I was wrong. I came in and said that they were going to lose in 5 games. And as we sit here today, they're going to play a game 7 on Sunday. And this is also a team that isn't great defensively. Their best defense is a vaunted offense. The way that they're able to shoot, the way they're able to go in transition, the way that Tyrese Halliburton controls the tempo, the way that Pascal Siakam be hooping. They aren't a great defense. They have all good on-ball defenders. They have like 1, 2, and then they have a good rim protector in Miles Turner, but they're not great defenders as a team. And they were going up against, historically, one of the best defenses in basketball history, one of the best offenses in basketball history, essentially one of the best teams in basketball history. And then game 6 happened. And the Pacers essentially destroyed. I think they won by like 18, essentially, but they were up by as much as 30 points against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Now, I understand that a closeout game, especially a closeout game on the road, is one of the hardest things you can do in basketball. Win a closeout game when you're the road team. I should have known. I was wrong, but I should have known that the Pacers were going to be on 10. You're in Indiana. All the former players from Lance Stevenson, Reggie Miller, Mark Jackson, Jalen Rose, all the former players were there. The field house is rocking. That's one of the best home courts in basketball. The Pacers' back is against the wall. They just lost back-to-back. J-Dub just put 40 on their head. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander had a 30-point double-double. It was going to you're playing for your playoff. You're playing for your life. I should have known that the Pacers were going to, I'm not going to say destroy, but they were going to give their best punch they've ever given, and it happened. They were up 30 points in the second half, might I add. 30 points against this Oklahoma City team. But I got it. I saw it while it was happening. Then I looked it up. I said, oh, that's how they're doing it. There's no question that Rick Carlisle is one of the best coaches, not just in basketball today, but one of the best coaches basketball's ever seen. When we talk about the pantheon of coaches, his name most times gets forgotten, but he is up there when it comes to one of the best coaches. He won a championship. He's been to a few. He's one of the best coaches in basketball. And my thing was, I didn't understand how this Pacers team that isn't great defensively, how they were going to limit this Oklahoma City offense. And when we talk about game plans, one thing that doesn't get talked about a lot is game plans against a superstar. Because there really essentially is, or a star, superstar, whatever you say, there essentially isn't a solid game plan. You have to force one or two things. You have to force them to try to stop them at all cost, or force everyone else around them because they're just so great. That's one of the biggest things about when you see teams go up against the Denver Nuggets. It's like, do we try to stop Nikola Jokic, or do we try to stop Nikola Jokic for getting everybody else involved? Because he's so great, you're not going to completely shut him down. Same thing with Giannis. Same thing with Steph. Same thing with Kate. The superstars don't really have a game plan because they're just that good. The Pacers have done a fabulous job on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and not in the way that you probably think. The Pacers have eliminated the assist from the Thunder. When you look at the games where the Thunder have lost, look at the assist total. Look at Shai Gilgeous' assist totals. Look at J-Dub's assist total. The Pacers have done an excellent job at forcing the Thunder to essentially beat them on one-on-one. It goes back to a lot of the game plan for the Houston Rockets against the 2000, I believe, 18 Golden State Warriors. I don't know if it didn't work, obviously. But do you guys remember, it was either 17 or 18, when KD, I think it was game one, KD was going off. KD just saw green pastures and damn near shot the ball every time. Now, to his credit, he was making it, but I'm thinking to myself, yo, why does KD keep getting wide open shots? Why is the Houston Rockets allowing KD to get one-on-one opportunities or open shots? And then it clicked. Because while KD was getting all those one-on-one, and getting those open shots, you kept looking at the score. And the score, it was always close. Or the Golden State Warriors were down. And that year, Golden State was, I think, the assist leader when it comes to a team. When they had Steph, they had Clay, they had Dre, they had Andre. The Golden State's offensive biggest strength was how unselfish they were as a team and them being able to assist the ball and get the open shot. When you take that away from a team that essentially hasn't played that way, hasn't played one-on-one all year, you get them out of the rhythm and you have a shot. That's what the Pacers have done to the Oklahoma City Thunder. They've taken away the skip pass. They've taken away Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I said he was uber aggressive. And uber aggressive looks different for different people. Giannis's uber aggression looks much different than Nikola Jokic. Nikola Jokic can have a 40-point triple-double. And you're like, damn, he was aggressive as hell. Not saying Giannis can't do it, but Giannis' aggression is more like, oh, shit, he has 50 points? Damn. The Pacers have done an excellent job in essentially forcing Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and this team to be one-on-one players. And because that's difficult, especially in NBA Finals, that's why when they lose, they're getting killed on the boards, and they're not really shooting well. The last two games, last two road games, the Oklahoma City Thunder made like 4 threes, 4 out of like 32 threes or something like that. That's not going to win on the road. But you get to game 7. And can the Pacers duplicate what they did in game 1 towards the end of the game, what they did in game 3, what they did in game 6? Or can the Oklahoma City Thunder duplicate what they did in the majority of game 1 or game 2 or game 4 or game 5? I went into this saying that Oklahoma City Thunder was going to win it in 5. I was wrong. Then I modified it and said, well, they can't win in 5, so they're going to win in 6. I was wrong. I think being in Oklahoma City is a huge advantage for this game 7. I would think that Tyrese Halliburton's injury would play a bigger part than it did in game 6. But, Tyrese Halliburton still hooped. Everyone hooped. Andrew Nembhard hooped. Aaron Nesmith hooped. Obi Toppin hooped. Miles Turner hooped. Pascal Siakam. Everybody hooped. Everybody had over, I think, 12 points. They were getting buckets by the truckload. Pascal baptized J-Dub in game 6. I don't know if they're going to be able to duplicate that type of energy, that type of scoring output on the road. Because one thing that we do know about home games is the role players play better. You get better shooting from your role players, which is why if you look at Oklahoma City, they couldn't buy. Again, they went 3 for 16 in game, I think it was 4 or 5, game 5. They went 3 for 16. Or no, it was game 4. 3 for 16. But then they could not miss a 3 in game 5 at home. That's when you had Carson Wallace hitting. That's when you had Chet Holmgren hitting. Everyone was hitting. Aaron Wiggins was going crazy. I think I'm going to pick the Oklahoma City Thunder, even though I will admit that this has been a lot closer than I thought it was. And both of these teams have been a lot more equal as far as talent than I thought it was. But I think being at home and I do know that game 7s are unpredictable. A random player, a J.J. Barea, no offense to him, but a J.J. Barea can drop 20. A C.J. McConnell can have a 20-point game, and that essentially ends your season. Because if T.J. McConnell has 20 points, you lost that game. I'm just be real with you. That means something has gone horribly wrong. If T.J. McConnell puts 20 on your head, you lost that game. And game 7s are unpredictable, but I do think that looking at how good Oklahoma City Thunder looked last time they were at home, I'm going to go with Oklahoma winning game 7, but I will say that if the Pacers win, we'll talk about it obviously next episode, but it's been crazy. It's been crazy. Shout out to both the Pacers and the Oklahoma City Thunder, and we will see who wins game 7. Oh, man, you stayed to the end of the video. I appreciate you. If you like what you saw, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you'll never miss any content from your boy. You can also go back and watch past episodes, past clips, and don't forget that the Unpopular Podcast, new episodes drop every Wednesday and Saturday. Appreciate you.